Church online time. Hey, it's church online time right now. It's church online time. It's church online time. Hey, it's church online time right now. It's church online time. It's church online time. Hey, it's church online time right now. It's church online time. It's church online time. Hey, it's church online time right now.
Hi, Intermediates, and welcome to week 3 of Church Online, Intermediate style. We hope that you guys are having a great week, and we are praying for you. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy week 3 with our friends Ben and Sophie.
Kia ora, beautiful Intermediates! Welcome to week 3 of Church Online. You can do 3 in so many different ways. Isn't that encouraging? Live Intermediates online, baby! Hey,
Oh, can't do that.
And now for some unnecessary shakes you can do during this time. Milkshakes not included.
Hey, jellyfish! Hey, shoom, 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 shoom. Hey, hey. Ooh, okay. Hey.
And just in case we're here until Christmas, kids.
Happy birthday, Jesus! Merry Chrysler. My pencil outfit. Yeah, it's a bit pointless. So how are you, Sophie?
I'm good, so I am. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks, Sophie.
I'm so glad. Hey guys.
Again, this is a place where we get to hang out with all intermediates around the whole world. Do you know it's a funny age gap because people say, oh, you're kind of still a kid, and other people say, oh, you're just about a youth. But I believe that where there's this intermediate stage, this is where God's defining your life and He's changing your life and reminding you of who you are and whose you are. So guys, you are changing the world, and this is my favourite age group. Hey, Soph.
It's my favourite too.
Oh, it better
I
be.
love you guys.
Yeah, otherwise you wouldn't be on this video. Well, we're going to play a game, and this game is called 2 Songs, 1 Song.
Ooh.
Trying to tell dark. I am brave. I am. You've got to put 2 songs together, the lyrics of one song and the sounds of another song, the melody of another song.
Like Jimmy Fallon.
I guess so. I'm Fallon for that one. Okay, parents,
Come on.
get your 70s and 80s boogie out for this song.
Or not.
I'll start. Are you ready?
Okay.
Nothing I can see but you when you dance, 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 and can't hold the feeling that the can't stop the feeling. What 2 songs were they?
Can't stop the feeling, but I don't know what the other song is.
What? Are you serious?
Ding, 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 ding. Shotgun.
Yeah! Come on. Okay, so it's 2.
All right.
Okay.
All right. We've got our other one. Parents, we need you to come on.
10 minutes for Soph to figure this out.
3, 2, 1. Left a good job in the city, in the city, in the city. Left a good job in the city, working for the man. And we're rolling on the river, on the river, on the river. And we're rolling on the river.
Rolling on a River.
Yeah.
Tina Turner. Baba Black Sheep.
No.
Oh no, sorry, Mary Had a Little Lamb. They're both 2 with sheep. Do you know Mary Had a Little Lamb is actually quite biblical? Because Mary did have a little lamb. It was Jesus. His fleece was white as snow. It is the Lamb of God.
That was great.
Thanks. Okay, final song. Are you ready for this, Soph?
Yeah.
See the light where the sky meets the sea. It calls me, and I know about how far I'll go. Okay,
The The first one is Moana.
How far I'll go.
How far I'll go.
Cool.
That's the one.
Are you serious? That's like the biggest song of 2019.
What? Am I even doing the right thing? Oh, wise up. It's Baby Shark.
Baby Shark. Throw Michael to me. Thanks, Michael. Okay, what we would love you to do is send us some videos of you doing 2 songs, 1 song, and we're going to try to guess them. Guys, you've done so well. That is hard, changing the 2 songs. In fact, I just find change hard in general.
Yeah, me too.
Same. Do you know what? I actually think that it's amazing in this time because when things are changing around us, there is an unchanging one who's within us. And Soph's been through quite a lot of change in your life. Do you want to tell us a bit about that, Soph?
Yeah, so I've actually moved countries twice in my life. So this is my 3rd place that I've ever called home. And I'm only 18. Lot of change. Lot of times for a wee 18-year-old.
Yeah.
But yes, when I was 15 years old, my family moved from Northern Ireland to California. And a lot of people assumed it was because of my parents' jobs, but it had nothing to do with that. We didn't have jobs, house, school, nothing. We just moved because Jesus said go. And just because of certain things, I wasn't allowed to tell anyone that I was moving for 9 months, and it was probably the hardest thing I've ever had to keep to myself. And you really learn in those times when Jesus is the only one that you can bring your stuff to, how faithful he actually is in the midst of everything that's changing around you. And I learned how to come to him with my emptiness and my brokenness, and watched as he filled me with peace and joy, and I learned of his comfort and kindness. And when we first moved, we had to move houses. We hopped around houses 7 times, and it was just really hard, and I was just really, really angry. And a lot of stuff happened, but I just felt so deeply unsettled, and like I really had nowhere to call home. And during that time, Jesus was my only home. We got plugged into community around 6 months after we moved, but I still felt really unsettled, and I felt like I was called to certain places but that I didn't quite fit in anywhere, and that was really hard to journey through that as a 16 and 17-year-old. I'm usually quite a bright and bubbly person, super smiley, really happy, but for about 2 years that just wasn't my story. Over the last year and a bit I've been on this journey just watching Jesus come and fill me with his joy again, and running to him with my brokenness and my emptiness, like I said earlier, and just kind of re-journeying that. And it's been the most beautiful thing watching how he fills us when we're empty and have nothing. And there's actually a story in the Bible in Luke chapter 7 when one of the Pharisees invited Jesus to have dinner with him. He went to the Pharisee's house and reclined at the table. A woman in that town who lived a sinful life learned that Jesus was eating at the Pharisee's house, so she came there with an alabaster jar of perfume. As she stood behind him at his feet weeping, she began to wet his feet with her tears. Then she wiped them with her hair, kissed them, and poured perfume on them. When the Pharisee who had invited him saw this, he said to himself, "If this man were a prophet, he would know who is touching him and what kind of woman she is, that she is a sinner." Jesus answered him, "Simon, I have something to tell you." "Tell me, teacher," he said. 2 people owed money to a certain moneylender. One owed him 500 denarii and another 50. Neither of them had the money to pay him back, so he forgave the debts of both. Now which of them will love him more? Simon replied, "I suppose the one who had the bigger debt forgiven." "You have judged correctly," Jesus said. Then he turned toward the woman and said to Simon, "Do you see this woman? I came into your house. You did not give me any water for my feet, but she wet my feet with her tears and wiped them with her hair. You did not give me a kiss, but this woman from the time I entered has not stopped kissing my feet. You did not put oil on my head, but she has poured perfume on my feet. Therefore I tell you, her many sins have been forgiven, as her great love has shown. But whoever has been forgiven little loves little." Then Jesus said to her, "Your sins are forgiven." The other guests began to say amongst themselves, "Who is this who even forgives sins?" Jesus said to the woman, "Your faith has saved you. Go in peace." I just love this story because there were Pharisees in the room and disciples in the room, and they may have viewed themselves as higher than this woman because she was a sinner. But in Bible times it was actually a custom to wash the feet of people when they came in through the door. But she did that with her everything. I love how it talks about how she wet his feet with her tears. She wept onto them because she was so in awe of who Jesus was, and that was why she kissed him, and she was just so in love with him. And I just love this because it's such a beautiful representation of coming to him with our everything, even when we're so broken, and even when we've done awful things, we can come to him with our brokenness, and he forgives us when we give our all to him. So yeah, that's a lot of stuff this morning, and I was wondering, Ben, do you have any practical tips of how we can come to Jesus, and to Jesus, and to Jesus with our brokenness, and how we can come to him with all that we are? Because it's quite a big ask.
Yeah.
It's Practical Tips with Ben.
I love that theme song. Yes, well, I'm thinking that what we could do is to write something down, to write down a prayer to God, to write down what you don't understand. Psalms are incredible because in all of the Psalms, there's different ones of praise, there's different ones of talking about a king, the Lord blessing a king, which was actually the person that wrote it. Good on him, Lord bless me. But then there's also Psalms where he's going through really hard times. All these feelings are welling up and he tells God his feelings, but then he ends with truth, saying, I know that you are always good and I can trust you. And why, my soul, are you discouraged? I'll put my hope in God. And do you know, I think what you could do is write your own psalm. Right now, wherever you are, start writing a psalm and start writing to God whatever you're feeling. Whether you're feeling happy, just say, yeah, I'm going to praise you with my everything. Or if you're feeling a little bit upset or worried or annoyed or angry, just write it all down. And if you need to forgive someone as well, even write that down. Another thing is, speak to someone who you really trust. Talk to someone that you are able to do life with. Do you know, God in a perfect world said it is not good for man to be alone when he made Adam. So God has made us for community. So make sure that you can talk to people. And thirdly, keep praying and keep worshipping Jesus in this time as well. Yeah. When we lift our hands to him, imagine you've got all the stuff in your hands and you're literally letting it go every time you worship, saying, I lay this at your feet. And my brokenness, my tears, I'm going to wash your feet with them because I know that you accept my broken heart and you make it whole. So let's listen to this worship song as we go into this.
The Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. And Amen. 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 And Amen. 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 The Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. Sing amen. And amen. And amen. 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 children, and their children, and their children. May his favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family, and their children, and their children, and their children. May his favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family, and their children, and their children, and their children. And may his favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family, and their children, and their children, and their children. May his presence go before you and behind you and beside you, all around you and within you. He is for you, he is for you, in the morning, in the evening, and you're coming and you're going, and you're weeping and rejoicing. He is for you, he is for you, he is for you, he is for you, he is for you. And amen, amen, amen. Oh, amen, amen. The Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace.
And now for something completely different.
Yo, Grace Vineyard. 1 week of isolation. How you feeling? Yeah.
Homebound isolation 1 week later, staying off the road, just like we're told. Get outside for some fresh air, go on a hunt for a teddy bear. I could get used to this. At times it's hard, but just know with the Lord we don't have to fear a thing. Paul said it well from our prison cell. If you know it, then sing it with me. For I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4 verse 13. For I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4 verse 13. We got God in our hearts, sanitized hands, Zoom on our phones, so let's give thanks. What if isolation is just an invitation to trust God and his plans? So let's give thanks. Times it's hard, but just know with the Lord we don't have to fear a thing. Be aware, but do not fear. Paul said it well from a prison cell. If you know it, then sing it with me. Had a shower and a for I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4 verse 13. For I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4 verse 13. I don't need no toilet paper. I'm on a roll. Yeah. This week's Bible verse is Philippians 4 verse 13. Send us a video of you saying the Bible verse in the most creative way and we'll send you a video back. We got your back.
Guys, what a treat hearing from Sophie today.
Yeah.
I could just hear a Northern Irish accent the whole time. If you think you can do an incredible Northern Irish accent, please send it in and we will judge it and probably laugh at it.
We'll judge you hard. I'll judge you hard.
I won't. Unless you think we're saying North Island and then you could do a different accent. Because I want to hear from people from Auckland as well. Guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful week. Keep loving Jesus, keep changing the world with his love, and let it start with your will, wherever you are. And make sure that you play for at least 10 minutes with your brother or sister or mum or dad and have some time getting to hang out.
Or you could go on a family bear hunt.
Do I look very nice?
I dare you to pray for them tonight as you go to bed. Love you guys.
Love you guys.
And also, if you want to do a little fun thing, you got to try and figure out how many times you can do the number 8 with your fingers. I have counted over 12, okay?
This is my favorite.
Yeah, that is my
8 times.
8 times,
8
baby.
times.
Awesome. Well, we will see you later.
Big flamingo. Big flamingo. Gonna send a flood, holding back. What? I can't actually remember the lyrics.
So feel free to do that, or you can just Facebook Messenger,
Yeah, that's probably easiest actually.
even though you legally don't have Facebook. Your parents, aren't they
Get your
incredible?
parents.
I love your parents. I love you, Charlie's mum.
Just try
Oh,
this.
well, and her dad. How you guys doing today? What? You broke your sister's nose? Everyone knows about it now.